Hello everyone. We have already completed our all exercises and we have started our last topic, miscellaneous examples. And in miscellaneous also we have discussed 41 and 42 in our last class. Now today we start with 43. Now all these examples based on our previous classes. So we have already discussed what is reflexive, symmetric, transitive, and based on it two more questions are there. So let's check first 43 question. We have given set x for 1 to 9. Now what is first relation R1? R1 is, for I am just writing the relation only, x minus y is divisible by 3, our first relation. What is the second relation is mentioned? Second relation is R2 and that is x comma y and it is xy subset 1, 4, 7 or second thing mentioned xy subset 2, 5, 8 and or one more thing is mentioned xy subset 3, 6, 9. Now what is your question? The question is R1 and R3 is same. Okay, here nothing to prove, just you have to show that if x minus y is divisible by 3. So which type of numbers you have to choose? Because x is mentioned from 1 to 9. 1 to 9 means between 1 to 9 you have to choose your number in such a way that its difference should be divisible by 3. Okay, let's take the multiple of 3. If I take 1 minus 4, then I get 3. Though it is positive, negative doesn't matter, but we have to check that what is the term we are getting. So when you take a difference of 3, then 1, 4, 7 you get. Second pair 2, 5, 8 you get, and third pair 3, 6, 9 you will get. So first we write it x minus y is divisible by 3. Okay, among these divisible by 3 you have to check the numbers. So what is it? If I choose first 1, okay, I want a difference 3. How I get the difference 3? If I choose next number as a 4. Now between 1 to 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, between 1 to 9, if I have skipped these two numbers and if I get 4, then what is the next number? 7. Then only you can say that difference of first and second is 3, difference of second and third also 3, and difference of first and last is 6. So it is divisible by 3. This is our first pair. Okay, similar way let's check for 2. So if I choose first number 2, then the next number will be 5 and next to it will be 8. Why? Because difference of 2 and 5 is 3 and difference of 5 and 8 also 3. So when I want to difference 3 or divisible by 3 means 3 or 6. Then which numbers in pair I can choose? 2, 5 and 8. And let's take 3. So if I choose 3, then the next number will be 6 and last number will be 9. Because difference of 3 and 6 is 3, 6 and 9 also 3 and 3 and 9 is 6. So all three numbers are divisible by 3. Okay, or you can say multiple of 3. Now what is the meaning of it? Your first set in which 1, 4, 7 is given, in second 2, 5, 8 is given, and in third 3, 6. The same thing we are getting by the R1 also. What is the meaning of it? What is the R1 is given in a verbal form, the same thing mentioned in R2 also. So from these two result you can say that your R1 and R2 is same. Okay, this is your 43rd question. Now let's come to 44 question. Okay, what is your 44 question? In 44, relation is mentioned from x to y. What is the relation? That r A comma B. Now what is it? A comma B for f of A equal to f of B. Now what you have to examine, is it equivalence relation or not? Okay, again we get the same question in which we have to derive it is equivalence or not. So for equivalence, let's check first reflexive, secondly you have to check symmetric, and third thing you have to check transitive. Okay, let's start with reflexive. We can say f of A equal to f of A, it is but obvious, and you can get the relation with A comma A. For symmetric, if I say f of A and f of B same, from this result we can say f of B and f of A also same. So we can say it is symmetric also. Now if f of A and f of B is same, second result f of B and f of C also same. So from these two results we can say f of A and f of C also same. So this is your transitivity. Now we have proved all three results. Reflexive also, because A and A, f of A and f of A. F of A, f of B same, f of B and f of A also same. F of A with f of B, B and C equal, then A and C also equal. We have proved all three properties. So from this you can say this relation is equivalence relation. So now come to the next question, 45. What is your 45th question? In 45th question, two questions are given and you have to check that is it associative and commutative or not. First question is A asterisk B equal to 1, and second question is A asterisk B equal to A plus B by 2. Okay, now first one you have to check A asterisk B equal to 1. Is it commutative and associative or not? Okay, first we start with A asterisk B equal to 1. So what is it? B asterisk A. Also you can say 1. So if A asterisk B, B asterisk A both is same, then you can say it is commutative. Now for associative, what you can check? A, B and C equal to AB and C. Okay, let's start with this A asterisk. B and C will be 1. A, B equal to 1. So B, C also 1. Now AB equal to 1. So A and 1 equal to also 1. So first part true. Similar way here also you can take 1 with C. It is again 1 because relation only given that which two numbers you consider, but its relation binary operation will be 1. So here commutative also proved and associative also. Now let's come to the second question. A plus B by 2. So here we have to check is it commutative or not or associative. One the easiest thing by choosing number, but here we prove directly. A asterisk B, that is your A plus B by 2. Now if I write B and A, then B plus A by 2. If you add A and B or B and A, meaning remains same. So from this result you can say it is commutative. So first part true. Now let's come to the associative. Now for associative what to do? Relation of A with B and C and relation of AB with C. Both should be same. Okay, let's start with this point. A and B plus C by 2. Why we are writing B plus C by 2? Because our relation only addition of these two term by 2. So we have applied here. A plus B plus C by 2 by 2. Okay, again take LCM. So what you get? 2A plus B plus C. Now by 2 and by 2 will be 4. Okay, let's come to this side. A plus B by 2 and C. So A plus B by 2 plus C by 2. So A plus B plus 2C by 2 and 2, 4. Now check. 2A plus B plus C by 4 and A plus B plus 2C by 4. Both are not equal. So this one is commutative but not associative. So we have completed 45 question. Now let's come to the 46. 46 question. Read the question. Find the number of all 1, 1 functions for A, 1, 2, 3 to itself. Okay, now first thing 1, 2, 3 to itself. First of all, let's revise what is 1, 1 function. That is our second topic in which you learn 1, 1, then many 1, then on to and into. Okay, what is the another name of it? What 1 means? Injective. This is not 1, 1 means not injective. On to means surjective. Injective and surjective, and if both, then it is bijective. We have already discussed. Okay, what we have discussed in 1, 1 relation? Relation of one person with one. Means we have discussed that single question, single answer. I give you one example for 1, 1. Suppose your function is mentioned from n to n, and what is given? Function is x square. So if I take number, first natural number 1, 1 square is 1, second natural number 2, 2 square is 4, and so on. Then I get single question, single answer. So this relation is called 1, 1. But now I make a little bit change on place of n. Let me write integers. Means I will write z. Okay, if we write from z to z, so same for same question, I can take minus number also. So minus 1 square is 1. Now I take 1, so 1 square also 1. So what we get? For two different question, answer is same. What is the meaning of it? With many, one answer we are getting. So this is called many one. Okay, on to means what? We discuss it. Range and codomain. Range and codomain are same, then you can say it is onto, and if not, then it is into. Okay, but here what is the question? The relation of 1, 2, 3 with itself. So we have one formula for it, that the relation, 1, 1 relation of n term with itself is n factorial. So simply follow this formula, 1, 2, 3. So with 3 factorial, what is the meaning of 3 factorial? 3 into 2 into 1. So we will get 6 different relations for this. Now come to the 47 question. In the 47 question, we have to follow again reflexive and symmetric transitives concept. So let's check 47. A is given 1, 2, 3. In 47, okay, what is the question? Then so that the number of a relation containing 1, 2 and 2, 3 which are reflexive and transitive but not symmetric is 3. Okay, first of all, 1, 2, 3, relation of 1, 2, 3. How many ways we can write? First 1 with 1, 1 with 2, 1 with 3, 2 with 2, 2 with 1, 2 with 3, then 3 with 1, 3 with 2 and 3 with 3. This way we get the relation. If we have 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3. From this result you can say it is a reflexive, because the relation of a numbers with itself. So we can say it is reflexive. But the second thing, commutative, or you can say symmetric. So if 1, 2 is there, then definitely 2, 1 must be there. Then only you can say symmetric. 1, 3 is there. And if you have 3, 1, then symmetric. 2, 3 is there and 3, 2, then you can say symmetric. But what is your question? Reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. That type of relation is 3. So what we have to do? You have to choose your relation in such a way that you will get reflexive and transitive. What is the transitivity? 1 with 2, 2 with 3, then 1 with 3. That is called the transitivity. Relation of 1, 2, 2, 3, then relation with 1, 3. That way. So what is the meaning of it? You have to choose a set in such a way that it will be only reflexive. Reflexive means we have to definitely choose 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3 3. First thing clear? Okay, second thing, transitivity. Transitivity means what? If I choose 1 2 with 2 3 and 1 3 also there. So here transitivity also. So this way, how many ways we can make a sets? So this type of 3 terms we can make, in which you can show reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. That is your 47th question. Now come to the 48th question. What is our 48th question? So that the number of equivalence relation in a set 1 2 3 containing 1 2 and 2 1 is true. It's very simple. 1 2 with 2 1 and 1 2 1 with 1 2. So that way you get only 2 relation. Its description is already given, so you can solve in your own way. Okay, read 49. So that the number of binary operations on 1 2 having 1 as identity element and having 2 as its inverse of 2 is exactly 1. What you have to show? 1 2 with 1 2 and again with 1 2. So how can we write? 1 2 into 1 2 with 1 2. Okay, what do you get? 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2. What is your question? Just read it. 1 is the identity element and having 2 as the inverse. So when you choose identity element, you have to choose what is the condition? A asterisk E equal to A equal to E asterisk A, this concept. And when we take for inverse, what is the meaning of it? It's equal to E. E means what? Identity. Means combination of a two term or a relation. If you get identity, then it is inverse. So here we have shown that what is the relation? 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2 with 1 2. So identity element for 1 comma 1 is 1, for 1 comma 2 is 2. Same way 2 comma 1 also 2. That way only last pair is remaining. And what is last pair? 2 comma 2. So 2 comma 2 means 2 is the inverse of 2 only. Now 58th question. Consider the identity function in from n to n defined as in of x equal to x. So that although in is onto, but in plus in from n to n is defined by, what is it? X plus x equal to 2x is not onto. Okay, what you have to show for 1 1 and onto? 1 1 means relation with one person, and onto means range and codomain same. Here we have taken one example. Check it. In is onto, but in plus in is not onto. So we can consider in a domain of n, we have taken one element 3 such that there does not exist any x in n. Means if we write 2x, then multiplication, either multiplication of 2 with x, you never get 3, because 2x means what? Even number. And what is your 3? Odd number. So you gave only one simple example in which this way you cannot satisfy the condition. And last question, miscellaneous, last 51 question. What is the 51 question? Consider a function. What is the function? From 0 to pi by 2. 0 comma pi by 2 to r. And function is mentioned fx equal to sin x. Another function is given g from 0 comma pi by 2 to r. And what is your function? G of x cos x. Okay, both functions given, so that f and g is 1 1, but f plus g is not 1 1. Okay, definitely sin x and cos x, between this range it is definitely 1 1, because for sin 0 0 and sin pi by 2 1. So different question, different answer. Similar way, cos 0 is 1 and cos pi by 2 is 0. So different question, different answer. But when you combined it, means f plus g. Okay, if I write f plus g, then what is my fx plus gx? Sin x plus cos x. Okay, for sin x plus cos x, let's write f plus g of 0. Okay, what is it? we can write sine 0 plus cos 0. Now tell me, what is sine 0? Sine 0 is 0 and cos 0 is 1. So answer is 1. Now f plus g of pi by 2. What is it? Sine pi by 2 plus cos pi by 2. Okay, what is our sine pi by 2? 1 and cos pi by 2 is 0 again. Now check, for both the different thing we get the same answer. If for two different question, if you get the same thing, then what is the meaning of it? It is a many-one function. So here we have proved that sine is 1 1, cos is 1 1, but its combination sine plus cos is not 1 1. So I think for today this much is enough. This is the end of our miscellaneous questions. Now our last exercise is remaining, so we continue with our next class. Thank you.